Louisville and won the national championship there, and then left under all of the circumstances that by now everyone is well aware of. And we're delighted to have Richard Pitino join us for a couple of minutes here on FaceTime. Coach, congratulations. And I thought it was remarkable how much you kept this game about the kids, about your players, about the game itself. How would you describe what your emotions were when it was over and you had won and you could put that one behind you?
Well, it's an NCAA tournament win. Those are hard to come by, you know, and for our guys, I mean, they played so well. I mean, not only did we win, but I just thought start to finish, offensively, defensively, it was probably our most complete performance. So to see how excited they were, you know, is big for your program because it just continues to move it forward. We had worked so hard. I mean, to go through the rigors of the Big Ten and to find a way to beat a really good Louisville team was something special for our guys.
No question about that. It had to be different, though. In what way was this game different for you? Maybe not for your players, maybe not for their players, but for you. How was this game different than another tournament game might have been, considering the history?
Well, I remember walking out of the tunnel and I'm hearing the band play the Louisville fight song, and it was just kind of like second nature to me, like, oh, I'm at a Louisville game. And I hear the cheers that they do that I was so used to. So that was a little bit weird. And seeing guys that, you know, you're really close to, whether Kenny Klein or Fred Hina, you know, you gotten to know for so many years, or Stephanie Diebold, who works there as well. But other than that, you know, the players and the faces are so different. Chris Mack, obviously, is a terrific coach I have a lot of respect for. So, you know, I understand the storyline, but for me, playing in the Big Ten is always so emotional. You just try to make it about the game in itself and try to focus. So it was a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you, but fortunate to get the win.
I do have to just ask you quickly, did you have a conversation with your father? What did he say to you after you won the game?
He was pretty excited. You know, I'm not going to lie. I mean, he was probably a little bit emotional out there in Milan. I mean, you know, again, I was never going to make it about revenge or anything like that. I didn't want it to feel that way. I didn't want it to be about me. I never wanted it to be about me. But, you know, if it puts a smile on his face, you know, and without going into everything that happened at Louisville over the last couple of years and pointing fingers about whose fault it is and who should have known or whatever, like, he still has paid a price. He's been out of the game that he loves. He's one of the greatest coaches to ever coach this game. He's coaching in Greece right now because he loves it so much. So if it brought a little smile to him, then, you know, I guess it's we achieved our objective a little bit. And I'm happy for him because he needs more days like that where he can be happy and feel fulfilled like he did.
All right, and so now on you go with a team that doesn't have a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, you did not have a single player off your bench score yesterday. You don't play a lot of guys. You got to turn around and play a team you know well in Michigan State with 1 day off. So what is the outlook on that one as you go forward to take on Tom Izzo?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird playing a Big Ten team in the second round. I mean, obviously, they're one of the best teams in the country. I mean, to beat Michigan like they've done throughout the course of the year, they're tough. Cassius Winston's the type of guy where every time you watch him, you probably appreciate him more because he's not flashy, but he's as good of a player as it gets in the conference. I mean, he's kind of the guy that makes them go, doesn't turn the ball over much, great in high ball screens. McQuaid is terrific, can knock down an open shot. And then Nick Ward is a beast down low. So, you know, it's just a matter of we got to get Jordan Murphy healthy. He had back spasms last game. You know, walked through some things today. They're always really good rebounding the ball. We know that. So luckily we've played them. We didn't play them well at their place, but our guys will know the physicality that you have to bring to beat them.
Coach, I can't tell you how my congratulations, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. Well done. Terrific win yesterday, and we will be watching tomorrow. Thanks very much for doing this today.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Richard Pitino with us here. And look, it is no secret. I have known his father very well for a long time. And I would say that I think that he said that right. Like, it doesn't make any difference what happened, who said what, all the rest of that. That was an emotional win for Richard Pitino.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I want to bring Dick Vitale into the conversation here, the Hall of Famer. And obviously, Dick, you've known Rick Pitino forever yourself. There's no question this was not just another NCAA tournament game. What was your perspective watching that thing yesterday and seeing Minnesota win?
Well, first of all, I think Jay Billis said it, and I couldn't agree more. I think the committee, what do? They go out there and they match those teams up. They did that with purpose. They give you this whole bit about computers. We don't sit there and do matchups. Give me a break. That was put together. And what it did, think about it, brings back all the memories of all the negative stuff. People want to talk about, well, why he was fired, what went on there while he was at Louisville. Why? The game doesn't need that right now. They should have even had that game. But they had it. He won. He beat a really good coach coach in Chris Mack. He's got a great recruiting class coming in. I mean, the game right now, let's face it, it's been a cesspool right now, Greeny. There's no question about it. We got indictments. We got coaches arrested. We got wiretaps on coaches. It's unreal. Yet the one thing about Rick Pitino, and a lot of people don't want to buy this, they keep saying he should know. He should have known. You never, ever read, or ever seen a wiretap with him on it saying, pay this kid, I want to do this, do that, like we saw, for example, it came out down there in the LSU situation. So he's very bitter about that. I can tell you he's bitter, very bitter. I know Rick well. I mean, talk to him often. I communicate with him. And I'm telling you, in a way, he has a right. He lost his career. He loves coaching, loves it, like Richard said, eats it, sleeps it, drinks it. He was dying probably on every point, probably going, I know that feeling when my grandkids play in these national tennis tournaments. Every point you sit there, and I can't even imagine what he was going through, what he was going through. I mean, I can't watch when they play, to be honest with you. Hey, I want to say this, though, transfer into something. I want to transfer into something. It really bothers me. Really bothers me. Right now, the Big Ten had 5 units. You get a unit is equated to $1.67 million for the conference by being in the tournament. You win, you go now 5 Big Ten teams to the next round. That's another 5 units. I'm not a genius. That's a lot of money, man. I didn't go to Harvard to figure it out, but $1.67 million. Well, let me ask a question. What did those kids get? What did the kids get at Michigan Cassius Winston? What did he get after that game? What did a kid like Jordan Murphy get from Minnesota? Kalsher, who had a big game. You know what they got? They got a handshake. Great job, kid. Super job. Really played well. The time has come. The players deserve some dollars. We see the Zion unbelievable situation. He's been the face. He has saved college basketball this year, Greeny. He has saved it with all the nonsense that's gone on. He's given it such a positive feel. Why shouldn't we? We can clean this up. You want to get rid of the middleman? Get rid of him easily. It can be solved in 1 minute. The NCAA says we don't have dollars to pay everybody. That's cool. They don't have dollars. I can understand that. They got to take care of the conferences, etc. Why not let a kid like Zion or any player, if they can make an appearance, if they can do an endorsement, why not? Why not allow them, if an agent wants to give them money while they're playing, why not? You eliminate the sleazy middleman who's out there hustling, doing it behind the scenes and cheating. Come on, we got to get real, man. This is 2019. These kids deserve a little bit. I make a lot of money. You guys make a lot of money. The coaches make a lot of cash. And what do the kids get? Nice game, baby. Nice game.
That is, listen, you are preaching to the choir, and yet people are on our table cheering. Dick Vitale, you're the best. Enjoy the weekend. We'll check in with you Monday. I'm going to bring that to the table here because everyone is reacting to that. And look, we watch these games, and they're fabulous, right? I mean, everyone enjoys watching these NCAA tournament games. To what degree is this on your mind as you're watching this go on? Anyone at the table, are you thinking the stuff that Dick Vitale is saying?
We've been talking about this for years, until we're blue in the face. But I understand that fans will forget about it when you get lost in the chaos. The kids from Loyola Chicago last year, they didn't get anything. They couldn't capitalize on their marketability. I mean, they're not going to get a chance to become pros. And secondly, look, I had an AD a couple of years ago tell me, he's like, you don't understand how important these bowl games are for us or for the NCAA tournament. Like, the enrollment goes up exponentially at our school because of how we're marketed. So you don't think other people wanted to go to Michigan because of the Fab Five? I want to be a part of that. Think about how much money the school makes off that. Those are all little things that just get lost in the chaos of we get the winner of the NCAA tournament.
Real quick. It's just refreshing to me to see that conversation change, because I was standing on the table about this topic 25 years ago, and I remember people were like, just shut up and be happy that you have a scholarship. Now people realize how much money is in the game, and they realize the players deserve some sharing.
I just wonder how you make it fair. That'd be my only thing. But life isn't fair.
Capitalism. I mean, capitalism isn't fair, is it?
Yeah. No. It doesn't sound that different from shut up and dribble in many ways, does it? And the fact that someone like Dick Vitale is saying that, I think is really significant.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, the fact there's Dick Vitale, who is as synonymous with the sport as anyone and as old school as anyone you will ever meet. I think that's remarkable.
He hates the sleazy middleman.
Yeah. And look, you could change, you could make
some of the players love the sleazy middleman because the middleman takes care of me.
Yeah. All right, I got to take a break on that. We could talk about this forever. We have a million things to do. Chris Bosh is here. Much more on the tournament today. Duke and Zion, they're the heavy NCAA